What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mateo Family Vibes. I hope everyone is having a great Sunday. So for us, it's Sunday. It's just really a day for just spending time with the family. So we're up here again on the rooftop, like we always try to do. We actually came from church. So cool thing about living here is that they have an actual church here that meets every Sunday. So literally we don't have to go anywhere, which is pretty cool. Um, so we just got out of church, and then we're now just enjoying the rest of the day together. Hello. Look at the flower. Ooh. You're tired, baby. Pink. What color is that?
Yellow.
Yellow. That's right, it's yellow. Oh, don't throw them on the ground. Here, come over here. Let's look over here.
Wow.
You just got out of church.
Pretty bubble.
Yeah, Bubbles. And she was so focused on sitting at the table playing with crayons or whatever, that when it was time to go. Crayons, yeah. So you were playing with crayons. You playing with crayons? Yeah. She was playing with crayons so much that she didn't want to leave. She wanted to stay there and just play with crayons, of course. But it was time to go. Yeah. So now, trying to get her to play. I gotta bring her scooter up so she can actually ride it. She's just, chasing right now instead of riding her scooter, which I think her mom wants to get. But man, look at that view. Beautiful view. Sun's about to go down. It's very windy out here today too, so yeah, it's a really nice day today. Over here, over here. Whoa, look. What is that? What color?
What?
White. Ooh, white. Look at all the white flowers everywhere. Whoa. Ooh, you got two. Look, there's three over here. Look. There's one more over there. Oh no, that has an ant in it, Mama. Yo, last time we were up here, she was grabbing so many flowers. And it was so dark at night, we didn't know that some of the flowers had like ants on them and stuff. And man, she had a bunch of ants like trying to go up her arm and stuff. It was crazy. But yeah, no, Sunday, went to church. Feel blessed to have the opportunity to go to church here. Go say mommy. Let's see if she actually rides it. Let's see if she rides a scooter. She's had the scooter ever since she turned 2 years old, but she didn't know how to ride it. And she was just figuring out how to ride it maybe a couple months ago. So let's see if she can actually ride it. Oh, it's not. Yeah, let's go. She actually figured out how to ride it.
Yeah, she figured it out. Go. Go. It's so I think we could go through it because the wind is coming through.
Yeah. You figured out how to ride it, baby. Whoa.
Move over here na.
Over here. This way.
So funny. It's so windy. You're like this with the wind. Go. Just like that. could buy her like that one. Then she could just sit down. Just like that. Oh,
Yeah. Be careful. Oh. You okay? Pretty cool. Look at the sunset's coming pretty close now. Look at that. Very cool sunset. The colors out here during sunset are pretty amazing. Every day is different. So I think that every day makes it obviously unique to come out here because it's just very unique and different every time. You gonna ride it? Say hi.
Hi.
Say louder.
Hi.
Hi. All right, so if you are ever considering coming here, let's say to the Philippines and wanting to stay in the city, not go to the provinces, how much money do you think you're gonna need to live here? Like, let's just say in this area, or let's even just say where I live, right? So this is only accounting if you're one person, single, and you don't have kids or any kind of responsibility. Essentially, it's just you, right? You can find condos, even here, let's say where I live, you can find condos here for, let's say, around maybe 20,000, 25,000 pesos a month on a 1-year contract. So that's about $380 or so, give or take. So about $380 or so would get you a 1-bedroom here, and then your electricity, let's say, so I would say anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000, again, depending on how much you have the aircon on, is going to depend your electricity bill, because that's honestly the biggest thing that you're going to have outside of rent. Water is stupid cheap here. You're talking about maybe 500 pesos if you're living by yourself. Internet service, you actually get free internet here, basic internet. That's free Wi-Fi in your own condo, and then here everywhere in the building has Wi-Fi as well, so you technically don't need Wi-Fi. As far as the phone plan goes, I mean, it's 100 pesos a week for 5G internet, and it gives you everything that you need for your phone plan internet. So what else? Food. So food is a thing that also will depend on you, whether you like to eat Western type of food, or are you going to eat Filipino food? Are you going to cook food, or are you going to eat out every day? So I think if you're going to eat out every day, I don't know, you could probably spend 500 to 700 pesos a day here eating out every day. If you're going to cook, I mean, I don't know, we spend about 12,000 to 14,000 every 2 weeks, and that's for 3 of us. And we eat more like Western, type of food, because we go shopping at SNR, or basically Costco. So I think for anybody looking to live here, if you do the math, I mean, if you have an income, if you're single, and you're going to live by yourself and you have an income, I would say $1,200, $1,000 American, you can live here comfortably if you're alone. if you have obviously kids and wife and stuff, that's obviously just adds on to the cost. But even if you have a wife or girlfriend or whatever, fiance, and a kid, daughter, boy, whatever, under 2,000 you can live here pretty comfortably. So if you want to live out in the provinces, that's going to be a lot cheaper in the sense of, let's say, monthly rent is going to be a lot cheaper for you. You could probably half that on monthly rent in the province. But again, you lose, I think, you lose a lot of the convenience factor that you would normally have in the city. So you don't have, accessibility to, let's say, Grab. So in the provinces, you're not going to have access to, the convenience factors. So you may not have access to like a mall, or obviously it just depends on the province, what island you go to. Obviously, the further out you go, then the cheaper it is essentially for rent and stuff like that. But also at the same time, the convenience factor goes way down too. So you're gonna have to find ways to get transportation, unless you buy like a motorbike or something like that. And you're also gonna have to find, for like food and stuff like that, you'll probably have to go to like wet markets, things of that nature. Depending on what island you go to, you may not have access to like malls and stuff like that. It just depends, honestly, what island you go to, what province, and stuff like that. So these are all things that you have to consider. What type of life, is peaceful to you? What type of freedom life? What does that mean to you? Hospitals is another thing as well that you have to consider. The further out you go in the provinces, the smaller the hospitals, the less, newer the hospitals are going to be and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of things to consider. I think if you want to live almost like a modern, peaceful, with conveniences and stuff like that, then definitely would say you'd want to live in a city, in the NCR area. It could be like Quezon City, Pasay, Pasig, Newport area. I mean, just the entire city itself is pretty big, but you'll have a lot more conveniences and access to things like hospitals, like malls, places to go, things to do, things like that. But if you want to live like a life where you're really more about just getting away from everything and everyone, then you're definitely looking at going to the provinces. And it's like living out on the farm somewhere, and you'll definitely have a much cheaper type of lifestyle out there, easily under $1,000 for sure. So it honestly, where you end up is honestly dependent completely upon your income, honestly, is really what it is. So if you have a high income, I mean, you can pretty much live in Makati, BGC, and live perfectly fine with all the conveniences and high-rise condos and all that stuff that you want. She's getting used to it. It's good. It's good though.
Hi, naman.
Yeah, you like it, don't you? You like it. You like going down it.
Go. Go.
You like going down it. Yeah. But yeah, so your income at the end of the day is going to determine what type of lifestyle you can have. And that's with any country, whether it be here in the Philippines or Thailand or Vietnam or wherever you decide to go to. So I think the biggest thing is just making sure that that income is consistent, and it's not something that is that can stop essentially at any point in time, because once you run out of income, it's pretty rough and you might have to go back. So the worst thing that you can do is essentially spend all your money and then kind of be stuck here, with no money and then no way to get back. So if anything, leave yourself, if you come here, leave yourself a savings of, I don't know, whatever, $2,000 at least, be able to get back if you ever run out of money, and be able to go back home to your country, and then kind of, save up and work or whatever. But
See, she's playing. Okay, hold on. Go. Okay, let's go now. Let's go home.
But yeah, it is 6 o'clock. It is sunset time. Check this out. Beautiful, beautiful sunset here. Anyways, guys, that is the video for today. Hopefully, if anything, shared some information that's valuable to you. And until the next one, see you the next one. Peace and love.